degrees.
Please take any seat for now. Ready for play.
Wind will be a factor.
See that flag right there? The one thing about this stadium, because the bowl is so deep, wherever the flag is kind of going, that's not where the wind is going down at the bottom of the bowl. The wind is trapped by the stadium. It comes down and sweeps in and pulls the other way. So you've got to actually see it the other way.
Ready.
Women's final yesterday, the near court was the tough court. So that was way long, and we'll have to wait and see, but that could have been wind aided.
Already an early approach out off the backhand side. Novak Djokovic not allowing that ball to get up above his shoulder, so he drives the approach out, but he misses the finishing volley.
Fascinating. For a while, Djokovic was the architect of the point. Then Nadal exercised his strength, and then for a second time, he hits it long.
Early jitters for both players.
30 all.
Not only have they met 37 times, but look at this. They're all big matches. Semifinals, quarterfinals, finals, 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 finals.
Davis Cup. Power off of the Djokovic racket, but great placement. He takes the ball early. See, notice where he's hitting that ball from the baseline or just inside. He goes towards the ball, so he doesn't allow Nadal time to recover and set up his defensive position. And then he places it into a corner or close to a sideline.
Again,
and a first ace hold serve for Djokovic. Of the U.S. Open, middle of rush hour on a Monday, you expect the same thing.
And one of the things that you must do as a player when you're playing in windy conditions, you've got to bring in your margins, bring in your targets, play with topspin to bring the ball back down when you're with the wind, and you've got to take topspin off the ball, drive through the wind. A flatter ball.
$30.
That was Queen Sofia from Spain. She gets a lot of tax money from Nadal.
You see the way Djokovic is trying to move Nadal side to side and really put him on the run as much as possible, as early in the rally as possible. Takes 3 balls, looks for the 2 of the newest of the 3. Newer balls will travel faster through the air, give you a little bit more bite and jump, be quicker on your serve.
Djokovic, like Nadal, is long from this side of the court. By the way, we talked about it last match. You see the wristwatch that Nadal is wearing, specially designed to absorb the torque and the pounding that he delivers to it by serving and playing the way he does. You can have one for $690,000.
Will I play like him if I'm playing best?
You'll be on time.
That's right.
$40-30.
A big winner to throw a little maybe into this game. Luke, this is one of those matches where a service break will seem cataclysmic, won't it?
It's interesting because Djokovic had kind of a tricky first game, and now Nadal kind of squandered 2 game points, and now the fans are into it. I mean, everybody is electrified for this final, and this is kind of the first kind of big point, even though it's very early in the match.
Advantage Nadal.
Vida is Novak Djokovic's coach. Nadal holds. Djokovic was coached by a woman through the war-torn years in Serbia, and there was a documentary made, and it was really touching. He took a trophy from one of his big wins back to her in her home.
Is it the Wimbledon trophy?
I think it was.
Yeah.
you're watching that live, you cannot believe how much that spun to be in and good.
I love shaping the ball, and he gets around the outside. See, this is the cross court. Now watch this down the line. It goes outside and then honestly hooks back in. With so much swirling wind. I mean, that's so hard to do. To drop it in that corner.
Next. Second serve.
I love that play. One of the things you could do against very solid, extremely solid baseliners is as soon as you get a short ball like this, you explode the open court, and then as soon as you see that slice backhand going to pop up, you follow it in and take it on either a punch volley like that or a swinging volley to put more juice behind it. But you've got to be able to you've got to have the ability to see the situation develop and then close on it. Three shaky games out. I mean,
30 over.
I get the feeling Djokovic is trying to force the issue a little bit more. He's been to the net a couple of times. Nadal hasn't yet. Go. A break point for Nadal.
Deuce.
How about that sneak attack? There's Uncle Tony. He's the guy who really was the architect of Rafa's game, making him play left-handed first as a two-hander on both sides like Monica Seles, and then bringing the second hand off so he has a one-handed forehand. very strange because Djokovic didn't even go for that shot. He was kind of stuck in the middle of the court. His legs are not moving. Look at this. He didn't even try for it. Here's the windup. Look how he gets underneath the ball and the massive finish up around his head.
Advantage Nadal.
One more time, a break point. You can hear the sound of all those cameras clicking at the point of the serve, especially for a moment like this. 6.5 minutes for this single game. Service break that feels like a very big deal. 17 minutes into the first set.
Now, how does Djokovic react here? How does he respond? It seems like Nadal has been a little bit cleaner with his ground strokes, a little bit more sure of what he's trying to do out here. And I wonder if Djokovic has any kind of hangover from the semifinal played on Saturday, that 4-hour and 9-minute marathon.
Love 30.
At one point in the fifth set, they had a 21-minute game
that he lost.
He lost.
Ah! 13 deuces in that game.
Yeah, just mistimed it. I mean, he is not really as consistent as he really wants to be right now, considering the strength of his opponent.
There is a helicopter flying over the stadium, and I mean right over the stadium, and slowly.
40-13.
So Djokovic was ahead 30-love. What an aggressive shot by Djokovic.
Yeah, he really put himself in good position there. The serve was kind of general in nature. And he pivots, watch this explosion right through the strike zone. And when you're returning like that, you pick your target out, where you want to go with it before your opponent serves. So you've already have your targeting set in your mind, what you want to do with the ball. Then sometimes it changes depending on the quality of the serve, but in that case it was right there in his wheelhouse on the forehand side.
Nadal.
And there's Nadal being the aggressor. He's hitting the ball harder. He's hitting the ball with better depth and placement. And Djokovic he's frustrated because he's not doing anything with the ball. He's just being that counter puncher, and eventually the muscle prevails.
Seven shots in the rally. Great stuff. You thought they could do it all night long.
That's good. Nadal leads 3-1 for sets.
Djokovic is doing a lot of staring at his box, a lot of questioning what he's doing out there.
You talked about a hangover from the last match. He was pretty inconsistent in that match with Wawrinka.
Wawrinka was the guy who had a little bit better footwork, a little bit better firepower, but he just didn't have enough experience to get it past the finish line.
USOpen.org is the place to find out how you can follow this event via Twitter and Facebook, plus shop and check out all the highlights and press conferences. USOpen.org.
15-love.
Now, if you're Nadal, you put a lot of emphasis in this game. You've got the guy kind of on his heels right now, kind of emotionally backing up and second-guessing himself. And if you can sneak out another break to go up double break in this first set, that really sends a message for this final.
Pace for Djokovic, his second of the match. Nadal yet to strike that way.
Well, they're both, their first serve percentage is down, and the one key is that when Nadal gets his first serve in, he's winning 80% of those points. When Djokovic gets it in, he's only winning 58%. He's not getting the ball back that he really needs to take control of the point. The short ball.
A convincing hold by Novak Djokovic. He's still down a serve in the opening set. Rafael Nadal scampering onto the court, making his towel delivery up a break in the first set of the men's singles championship at the 2013 U.S. Open. Both men serving at about the same rate, 122, 123 miles an hour.
He's really zipping it in there, 119 miles an hour, and that's against a little bit of wind. Up until the semis, he hadn't dropped his serve at all. So it's been extremely effective throughout this tournament and this big run he's had. Winning 3 major hardcourt tournaments. Indian Wells, which is in the spring. Canadian Open up in Montreal, and Cincinnati just a couple of weeks before the Open on the same surface as the U.S. Open.
Remember the look on his face when he finally had his serve broken here? It was like, what just happened?
look at how delicate those drop shots and angles were. So many times you think of the power of the modern game. These players can also play with a lot of touch. Here's the short angle. See, he lets it drop just a little bit and cuts it just to the outside to get that angle. Look at it right here. Boom.
They're like dancers, these two. 11 unforced errors for Djokovic, 4 for Nadal. To me, Nadal is letting the match come to him. Djokovic is going at the match. That's the highlight.
This was the big shot. The overhead just didn't get away from the Spaniard. And then look at this, just a flick of the wrist. This time it has a little top spin on it. What I'm concerned with, Al, is that Djokovic is kind of watching. You know, he's not reacting to those little shots, those little angles. He's not getting his racket on the ball. He's reaching for it. Serbian's in trouble right now. He's like a half a step off the mark. And it's almost like blood in the water for Nadal here in the first set. He's up a break 4-2. Love 30 on Djokovic's serve. He can really put his hands around Djokovic's throat right now by getting a big forehand in play. It wasn't big, but it was an angle.
Well, we're not used to seeing Djokovic with his palms in the air, pleadingly looking at his box in the first set of anything. Arthur Ashe Stadium is just about full now, and everybody can feel what's happening here. They can feel this set slipping away from Djokovic.
Nadal is challenging the call on the left baseline. The ball was called in.
What did you think? I thought that might have been long.
It sure did seem like it carried just a little bit, didn't it?
Well, let's watch it all together. It was out.
Game Nadal.
Game Nadal. And now he'll be serving for the first set.
New ball, please.
Nadal just had a little bit more bite in his approach, a little bit more focus. Easy to say now with a double break, but you're looking for those little wrinkles, those little signs. I'm never a big fan when Djokovic starts pleading with his box to give him something to go to.
Love the team.
play by Djokovic.
15-30.
We saw hints of that in the beginning of this match. But then he just kind of lost it a little bit, just kind of went off the rails. How about that charge? I mean, when was the last time you saw Nadal just hit a ground stroke and then just charge in? It really wasn't one of these approachable balls, but he's along the baseline. He recognizes that he's got the ball with some pace in the corner, but boy, that's a dangerous play. And I think he actually surprised Djokovic a little bit because it really wasn't the shot to come in on, especially to Djokovic's forehand.
That inside-out shot. Now it's set point.
And that's the normal short ball you see Nadal handle, gets up to it with his forehand and he rips it to a corner.
Nadal takes the first set convincingly at 6-2 in 42 minutes.
Just some key opportunities to break and then running it with his serve. It's been one matchup is that the Novak Djokovic return of serve is the best in the world. You talk to anyone who plays against these guys, the guys in the locker room, who's just day in, day out. This is the guy. Djokovic is the guy who just returns better than anybody.
He ran around to a big forehand, and that was the difference.
Djokovic kind of lost his footing just a little bit. And the dynamics change a little bit. For Djokovic, you cannot afford to play against this physical beast. Look at the concern on Martin Vida's face, the coach of Novak Djokovic. You're down 2-0 against this monster of a competitor, of an athlete. I mean, that's an uphill battle. For Djokovic, you can really try to take advantage of this set and maybe take some more chances.
Shot of the fountains by the Unisphere just outside of the picture there, upper right.
There's the wind holding that ball up. We saw that a ton with Serena Williams. They set their feet to strike the ball, and all of a sudden the ball is no longer where you thought it was going to be. And the wind just holds it up enough where you're reaching for it and you're off balance.
Set for that shot.
40-30.
Wojciech Fibak, the Polish pistol, played in the 70s and 80s against McEnroe, Vilas, and Connors. Had a big win over Guillermo Vilas here on grandstand court back in the day. He was a big art dealer in Poland. It's a big hold, Al. That's a massive hold for the serve. When Uncle Tony doesn't travel, he's got guys who actually play big-time pro tennis kind of in his ear, just giving him thoughts and ideas and angles on other parts of his game. Djokovic has brought in Todd Martin at one time as a consultant.
Look at
him. Wojtek feedback in there right now. They're always looking to get better. They're always looking for another approach if this can help. And it may not be relevant this match or that match, but you just kind of store it into the I'm learning more about the game every single day.
Djokovic trying to come back.
Love it.
That's why he was looking at his box before. I brought you here to help me, now help me. Nadal just exploded.
He blew up this forehand. I mean, he took this forehand and took it to 11. I mean, if the gauge is at 10, he just took it one extra step and then blew up the overhead. That thing was in the president's box. Look at this. And he comes in and look at the venom. That's just mean.
During the service motion or during the points. Thank you.
Yeah, he just hears the fans either when the ball's close to the line, some people are screaming out. Well, that's how you play enough here, you've got to block that out. That's going to happen. That's a New York crowd. They're sports fans here. I mean, they're not necessarily tennis fans. They are following the fever, the action, the passion of the competition, and they're involved. See that's wrong. If he doesn't like the call, he should be able to get a challenger right there. See how he did the walk up to the...
And the fans are giving it to him.
Yeah. Right there, Djokovic is thrown off by the slice backhand, just a little change up of pace and spin that threw Djokovic's backhand off.
That's 6 seconds.
Djokovic isn't even trying. To go after this passing shot. He comes up to the net here, and look at this. He's just watching that go by. Now I understand that's a nice little passing shot, but to be standing there and allow it to get the easy pass, toll pass, and let you know what I mean. It's just
well, for the guy who returns everything.
Yeah. You've got to make that window smaller. Make your opponent feel that those gaps at the net, those passing shots, are going to be very tough to get past you. You can't be standing there watching. Is like stuck. He's got the shoes with cement in them right now, and he's just not taking the small adjustment steps. Watch this backhand from this angle. See how he's just kind of stuck? The ball gets in on him, he steps in, but the first step is so big with his right foot. Watch this, he steps in, then it jams him, and he just plays it wide.
What a turnaround in this game. Nadal off his back foot.
Advantage Nadal.
That is not your normal Novak Djokovic. Nadal just tossed that one up at 85 miles an hour, and he hit it 3 feet wide. Unless it was the change up aspect of it.
Yeah, change up, but also remember the wind. I think Nadal seems to be playing better. Justin Timberlake, so many celebrities like Jessica Biel. Sean Connery is in here in the house. DiCaprio. Jessica Alba. There's James Bond. That's our guy. That's our guy, right? Right in our wheelhouse. Alec Baldwin. He's going over strategy right now for Djokovic. Alec Baldwin just talking about X's and O's.
15. Ficino.
Nadal's hit more chip backhand ground strokes than at any other time in the tournament.
Why would he be doing that?
I just think he respects the ball striking ability of Djokovic and just wants to throw another look, another pace, a different type of ball. Remember, a slice shot will stay low and skid. It will not bounce up. Very nice backhand volley to finish the point, but it really was this shot recognition, and notice that Nadal was going to slice this up as a defensive shot just to get himself some time to get back into the point. Djokovic wisely takes it out of the air, does not let the ball bounce, does not allow Nadal back into the point.
Again,
Djokovic needed a point and a game like this.
Djokovic leads 2-1.
2-1, second set. Runs around to another big forehand.
15 though.
It's good. Djokovic just couldn't finish him when Nadal was a little vulnerable. So he's got the forehand and the backhand dialed in right now. 23 shots. Nadal with a surprising approach to the net. Got Djokovic talking to his box again.
Well, that forehand is so exceptional cross court.
Nadal was jumped in the goal on the left center service line. The ball was cut out.
It was out.
Second serve. Again. Nadal.
That was a very impressive game. And again, the longer rally favors the Spaniard.
Nadal has 2 challenges remaining.
Remember, usopen.org is where you can find everything that is the U.S. Open. You can find out how to follow the event on Twitter and Facebook. You can shop, you can watch and listen and read. usopen.org. Djokovic is showing all signs of anxiety. Miss hit from Nadal.
15 love. Net. Second serve.
How he picked up so much ground has been since Wimbledon, how he's really, Nadal has changed his positioning on the court. Notice his right foot is on the baseline, and it's almost like a Roger Federer kind of pickup. Look at this, he doesn't back up, he holds his ground, bends his knees, and a little short hop with that top spin for a winner. Boy, I'll tell you, Nadal is not making it easy on Djokovic. There just are no free points. Every point Djokovic wins, doesn't it seem like it's just this big battle? He serves it up and it's this long, drawn-out rally. Except for the ace.
Again, Djokovic.
So Djokovic's third ace of the match. And
Djokovic leads 3 games to 2.
He has a 3-2 advantage in the second set. Crowd backing up Djokovic. They want to see an epic.
15 all.
By Djokovic.
$15-13.
Look at that nice top spin lob. Inside the baseline. This is how you do it. Get underneath the ball. See how he brushes up the back side of the ball. Very difficult in the wind.
He's 30 all.
Very smart volley here.
30-14.
As soon as he notices Nadal goes to the slice backhand, he knows that slice is going to float. So he comes up, instead of hitting a deep volley, a punch volley where Nadal likes to kind of hit his passing shots, it's the short angle that pays off.
Those great point stats. Djokovic has not been able to convert one. This one will bring the house down. That was awesome. 54 shots. And that puts Djokovic right back in the middle of this.
There was so much in that point, Al. There were slices and drives and big forehands and defensive shots. And right at the end, Nadal gave it one massive forehand. Djokovic got it back. Nadal wasn't prepared for it and made the error after 54 shots.
Boy, that's up there.
The best point I've seen in this tournament. I mean, think about that. Break point. You're down a set. You have got to come up with something.
Love the team.
He's got to follow it up. Now, is the crowd pulling so hard for Djokovic because he lost the first set? Or is it that Nadal complained about the yelling and went over and looked at the mark? And
I think it's the first part. I think they just want to see a set apiece. They want to see a 5-setter.
These are two champions at this event here.
That's number 3. Love 30.
Flag is still blowing. Almost straight out.
Love 40.
So much for momentum. Nadal with 3 chances to break right back.
Thank you.
A big-time volley off a big-time, powerful forehand passing shot. Boom. And you've got to have a firm grip and a firm wrist to handle. Look at the racket as it bounces off. Look at that. See, it just shocks it. And he just tries to maintain enough stability so he has control to put it over the net.
Forty.
Champion Novak.
They want him to win this set. They don't want him to go down 2 sets to love.
Nadal.
It's a tough one for Djokovic to take. Back-to-back service breaks. It's through.
Love.
Nice little passing shot.
15-all.
Nadal coming up to that backhand volley. Even if he made it, Djokovic was all over that. He hit the first passing shot and started sprinting to the net, expecting the drop volley off the backhand side. The junior players at home are really watching this extraordinary ground stroke play, and then the ability to see. Look at that flag. Look at the crowd. What a scene. 22,000 plus. But how, as soon as they get their opponent on the defensive, both of them are tearing off to the net to finish it off in the front court. That is really not seen by today's younger players, what the top players do off their big ground strokes.
It's fascinating that Djokovic carried nothing out of that.
He just slipped a little bit, you know, because he got down love 30. Remember that? He broke and then lost 2 quick points and got himself into a hole with 2 easy unforced errors. Is that a big forehand? It started with the return. Second serve, 85 miles an hour. Right in the middle of the box with really no direction on it. And Djokovic takes advantage. He steps back just a little bit. See ball right in his strike zone, about waist height, and tags it.
The advantage to Nadal.
Djokovic is riding this emotional roller coaster. 1 minute he's pumping his fist like right after this point, and the previous point he's chewing himself out and yelling at his box.
Which you don't see very often.
No, and it just shows you the amount of pressure that he has on himself and what pressure Nadal is putting on. There's just pressure all around this match right now. So much on the line. I mean, the year-end #1 ranking. It's personal. Up in Montreal, Djokovic was at the net, and Nadal took a passing shot and put it right in his face. Hit Nadal in the, hit Djokovic in the face. I mean, there's a lot of intrigue going on here, and a battle for this second set. Making decisions out there and choices. Do you take it out of the air?
Deuce.
With the windy conditions, he elects to let this ball drop. He sets up, picks his target, gets underneath it. Nadal guesses the wrong way.
Just the fact that he can do that and put it in is unbelievable. Deuce.
Advantage, Nadal.
Right there, a little coaching. I don't know if you noticed that, but he looked up to his box. That's Uncle Tony, who chirps a lot. He's been called in the past for coaching violations. Coaches are not allowed to advise from the chair or from their box seats. That's his 8th forehand winner.
Yes.
Steps up to the ball, doesn't wait for it, and drives it with a little bit more pepper on the ball.
He was the man in charge during that one.
And remember, he can't take more chances because he's up 4-3, just one game. So worst case scenario, gets the 4-all. So when you're up, play the score. Take more chances. When you're behind, you've got to be more conservative.
Advantage, Nadal. Nadal is challenging the call on the right far sideline. The ball is cut in.
It's an interesting challenge. Because he's at 2 challenges remaining for the set. Now he's going to lose another one. He'll gain one if they go into a tiebreaker.
Nadal
to me,
has
that's kind of a
remaining.
desperate attempt to try to get out of this game. This really long 9-minute, 10-second game.
A lot of important tennis to play here in the second set.
Starting to change sides of the net. Nadal has really struggled this game, and now break point opportunity for the serve.
Chance to serve for the second set.
shocking, absolutely shocking.
Again.
In the middle of that rally to pull the
Djokovic, new
shoot,
balls, please.
the ripcord to end the point in the dynamic rally. Why would you hit that drop shot at that point?
Djokovic leads 5 games to 3,
That
second
is
set.
a brain cramp by Rafael Nadal. There's no reason to hit this shot right here. Look how high it goes, and it just sits up for Djokovic.
Well, let's see if there's momentum after that
Thank you.
one.
Seats, please. Ready for play.
28 shots. Remember, we've had a 54-shot rally.
Please.
For most of the U.S. Open, Rafael Nadal's serve was unbreakable. Twice in one match.
Just like the last
Love the
time he
kick.
broke, a very early and strange unforced error. And to me, that always goes down to focus and footwork. Your attention to detail. Take advantage of the momentum you have right now. Don't just give a charity shot or an error back to your opponent.
15-0.
Isn't it odd Nadal doesn't have a single ace?
Well, it's weird because he's never been a big ace guy.
But you know what I mean, you're one.
He's going against a really good returner in Djokovic, who's quick, who's not going to let the easy one slip by. Right now, Djokovic needs to take his time. The best thing you can do when you're riding this roller coaster is mentally kind of pull it together. Really kind of think about what you want to do with the serve and the second shot. Be patient here. You have a 5-3 lead.
Nadal was completely in control of this match, and right now, not so much. Djokovic has 25 unforced errors, Nadal only 11.
I'll tell you that last one, number 11, could be huge at 15-30.
Set point.
Thank you.
It's going to get loud if he serves an ace right here or wins this point and wins the second.
Second set, Djokovic.
Riding the wave of the crowd. We are one set apiece.
Serving 66% first serves for the match. Kicks it off in the third set.
Look at him.
There's a look at Arthur Ashe Stadium at the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Final Grand Slam of the year.
I think the crowd has been a major factor in this.
Absolutely. And now at this point, a set of piece, you're pulling for your guy. You know, they're not pulling for someone to get even. Lean and mean. Talking about ripping it and ripping it. He moves to the side, and he's not, he'll take it, but there's no way he was aiming for that short of an angle. We've seen him hit deeper inside-out forehands from that position. But here's a little opportunity for Djokovic.
Nadal is challenging the goal on the right baseline.
Well, he's challenging left and right. He was left with one after towards the end of the second set. And in pro tennis terms, that's not even close.
Nadal has 2 challenges remaining.
We've seen Djokovic kind of struggle with his mental toughness and his stability. And Nadal kind of, in a strange way, you know, frustrated and calls for a challenge. It's not even close.
There's been a seismic shift.
Look at Vida. He was so concerned about 20 minutes ago, and that frown has turned upside down. How does Nadal respond? How does he pick up his game right here? It starts with the feet. You want to really start using your forehand a little bit more if you're Nadal. Disguising the drop shot. Djokovic gets all the way up there. Now he's won 5 straight points to start out this third set. And you see he comes up. It looks like he's going to drive the ball at the last second. See how he just turns the angle of the racket face right there. Nadal has got to respect the deep ball, the drive. And so he's on his heels behind the baseline. Six points in a row, and these points aren't even like close right now. They're not long. It's just hit and miss from the Spaniard. And if you're Djokovic, you stay on this treadmill right now. This ride that you have, this tide, this momentum.
(30-15). 15.
Ace number 4.
Look at the backhand volley. The footwork just isn't there. You want to get that right leg across and step. Watch this. Instead of one big lunge out to the side, you want to try to turn your hips and get that right foot across your body and step into that ball.
Advantage Djokovic.
Earlier, the long rallies favored Nadal. Not right now.
And Djokovic.
Taking some really deep breaths.
Djokovic leads 2-0.
But he backs up the break,
Third
and it's
set.
2-love in the third.
And now the pressure really switches to Nadal. The pressure is really on Djokovic in the second, and he responded. Does Nadal respond? He's got to get his serve more involved in the outcome of these points. He's got to get some unreturnables, maybe a couple of aces.
Djokovic has been so successful coming to the net. This would be stunning.
Very important moments for both players. Moving in different directions right now, and Djokovic can really solidify his foothold in this third set by breaking here and going up 2 breaks. And Djokovic is hitting the ball now. I mean, he's really laying it in with some pace. There's the first sign of the juice. There's the first sign of the energy. He knows the moment.
30.
This seems like a routine play, but at a massive time, and Djokovic goes right to the fist pump. He's got to get emotionally charged up right now.
40-13.
Nadal's looking at the mark, but he can't afford to challenge this right now. Look how he steps forward and just whips across that ball. See, it goes forward. That's the key right there. He doesn't let the ball come to him. He gets his body momentum going into the shot.
Deuce.
Another forehand return winner, this time from the deuce court. Watch how he just pivots. It's abbreviated takeback because the pace of the serve is 114 miles an hour. And here's a death blow opportunity for the Serbian Novak Djokovic.
This has turned out to be exactly what we thought. Off this time, and he goes to the crowd to draw them in, pull them closer to his side, and enjoy the brilliance of this drop shot. It's almost as if he was tired of the point. Well, he disguised it well, that's for sure. Almost.
He's looking at it.
We're 2 hours in. He survives it.
Again, Nadal.
He needed that in a big way. Djokovic serving when we come back to Arthur Ashe. Look at how many people are moving in the crowd on the lower ball.
Absolutely. I mean, it's if you don't make your move early or time it just right, these games go forever. And then on a set changeover, these guys are changing their clothes and stuff. Sometimes that extends it.
Djokovic went for a little serve and volley play that didn't work.
15 all.
This is the 37th time they've met, so once in a while you need a little surprise.
Looks like he's going to drive it, and then it comes off the left hand on the top part of the handle. And it's a one-hand backhand backspin drop shot. And when I break these guys down, I really think Djokovic has the better backhand. Nadal has the better forehand. But in this match so far, Djokovic has been the one, especially in the second and third set, with the better forehand. He's been explosive on the return of serve side and very good in transition.
Another strong game for Djokovic to go up 3-1.
Djokovic leads 3-1, third set.
We came here, it was summertime. We're leaving, it's fall. You know, Nadal could just go over to Djokovic and give him his watch and say, how about we call it a night? It'd be almost worth it.
I get the million in the bonus. It's a wash.
Djokovic didn't look at all like this in the first set, right?
I thought his footwork was kind of sloppy. I thought it mentally he was still kind of trying to find his way and navigate his way into the match emotionally. He was complaining to his box, and his hands were open, and he was constantly kind of chatting with his team. He's been just zeroed in the last two sets. Second set,
Djokovic is challenging the call on the
challenge.
right serve. Ball was called in.
And remember, these courts do leave marks. So he's going to the next court. So he's guessing this is good, yeah.
15 all. Djokovic has 2 challenges remaining. He doesn't
have any aces, but that was just as good as one.
Just enough pace at 111 miles an hour with just enough placement. Djokovic couldn't handle it. And 115.
40-15.
Just right down on the tee. Oh, the pressure just keeps building here. You just see this third set coming down to just a couple of games and a couple of defining swings.
Nadal.
So 3-2. Third set, 1 set apiece.
Djokovic leads 3 games to 2, third set.
Djokovic serving 3-2. He was perfectly set up for a big winner. And that happened. Worked that time.
Fifteen.
Djokovic struggled in the second set when he was up a break the first time. He got broken back. He was able to pull it together and run away with the second. Nadal's making another run right here. Look at how far Nadal is back behind the baseline. Nadal's back there to let the ball slow down and kind of come down from its kicking position. The ball kicks up on an American twist, or what they call a kick serve. A lot of topspin on it. But that puts him so deep in the baseline, behind the baseline, he has to start running.
The winners in this set, Luke. It's 11-2 Djokovic.
And one of the things everybody's been talking about is Nadal's hard court, fast court game that's been so much more offensive, sticking around the baseline. But I don't think Djokovic has allowed Nadal to find that footing, to find that area of the court. And now Nadal's going back to his old defensive stance, way back behind the baseline. He's definitely Nadal making a move. And that's where he needs to pay off. Nadal really needs to get his forehand kind of started up again, put some gas into that shot and ignite it. Talk about a seesaw battle. I mean, by the moment. This isn't like a game or two with runs. Point to point, both competitors doing everything they can. It's just so evenly matched.
Oh, just a moment ago, they put up the points, 76 apiece.
Advantage Nadal.
So a break point.
Thank you.
This is unreal. The fans are just so into this.
Enforced errors just driving him crazy.
But he's being so offensive. I mean,
he's going for it.
Yeah, he's definitely going. He's got 32 winners on the match, 11 in the set to Nadal's 2 winners.
Nadal with a goal on the right baseline. The ball was cutting.
So this is on the return of serve. Just out.
30-11.
That Nadal got to that ball in the lower left-hand corner was unbelievable.
Well, that's the speed he's possessed throughout his career. Just that his ability just to get in that corner, but it just wasn't placed enough on this one, and then overcooks it. Djokovic doesn't do enough with the backhand volley or the swing volley.
First double fault of the match for Nadal.
Doesn't really kill him because he's up 40-love. We've seen some double faults at horrible times throughout this tournament. It's not necessarily the number, but it's when.
Nadal takes the game. Another long hit from Djokovic, who will be serving 3-4 after the changeover.
Third set.
Djokovic, 3-4.
15 love.
Ace number 6.
30 love.
You have 23,000 people. There's always somebody on the move.
Nadal's ball just got a little short in the court. And Djokovic was able to just pivot, set himself, and go to the open court inside out with the forehand. Djokovic has really shut down that slice backhand from Nadal, a shot that was working early on in the title match. Really isn't a factor right now. A lot of the fans are going up and just buying up the jackets and sweatshirts. It is getting chilly out there. And the breeze does not help.
I think over the years of watching matches like this, the one thing that really amazes me is the concentration level.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
There's a laser beam focus that both competitors have right now. You just block out everything. And you are so engaged with the ball on the other side. Djokovic is just, as a returner, just staring at that ball, studying the toss. Very hard to do to pull Nadal up to the front court. That drop shot behind the baseline, and then this is the payoff. See, after the drop shot, Djokovic moves in to take the next ball out of the air. That's the key. After you drop shot, expect a reply up over the net, something you can control with a volley.
Plus, you're forcing your opponent to make 2 high exertion runs.
I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
I don't think I have either.
I've never seen him catch an edge. He just trips up right here. See that? When he goes to pivot and he can't regain his, but he stays with it and it's too late, and then he pops right up.
It's been a long time since he's been able to bury a couple of balls in the right corner.
Please.
But it turns out to be sort of a visual turning point, perhaps, for Djokovic. Love 30.
Almost like at a prize fight.
Love 40.
One of the guys goes down.
And it's an image that'll be used by television channels forever.
Yeah, I mean, this right here, that is so deep. That's right on the line. Triple break point. About a big shot in a big moment.
15-40.
Steps around. That's his 1-2 combination. Big serve, big forehand. Forehand goes to the opposite court.
It's champion stuff. He applauded the shot. One of his biggest serves of the match.
His biggest has been 124. This was 121, but it's long.
Second.
And he's down to one challenge for the rest of this set unless it goes into a tiebreaker where they give you one more.
Long rallies, great tension, 21 shots.
30-40. Nadal has one challenge remaining.
We've already had one rally that went 54 shots.
Right, please.
Still break point for a chance to serve for the second set.
Please.
Say it all the time, Al. Look at the juice he's bringing. Look at the energy, the positive emotion. Big players, all-time greats on the court right now, coming up with everything they've got when they absolutely need it.
Break point in the third set, and you deliver your first ace
of the match.
That's pretty good.
And your fastest serve at 125.
Chant is vamos, vamos in his box.
squeezes out of this jam and then ends up winning this set, Djokovic is going to kick himself for just letting Nadal get off the hook. Talk about a huge turning point if Nadal can cash in right here to take a 5-4 lead. He was down a break earlier in this set, down triple break point in this game. See the wind blowing, and that was a huge factor in that point right there. No one really got a solid hit on the ball, and that plays a huge part in this process right now. The tension, both players trying to grab the momentum, and then the wind playing havoc, just like it was yesterday in the women's final.
That's a Houdini job right there. Rafael Nadal survives triple break point. As these two are keeping everybody on the edge of their seats. And as Nadal grabbed the early lead, they cheered for Novak Djokovic to make it a match. And it lifted him. At least it looked like it did. And it's one set apiece, and we're getting down to crucial time in the third. That's why he has so many errors, right? Because he's going for shots like this.
He really is. I mean, I truly believe that this is a strategy he's come into this match with. He understands he's going to be taking a little bit more risk, but he's got to put Nadal on the defensive because Nadal is so explosive on the hard courts. Remember, Nadal's coming in here with a 23-match win streak, correct? And so he's coming in here with a lot of mojo. He beat Djokovic in Montreal just 3 weeks ago on a surface exactly like this with the same ball, US Open Series event.
One of the best.
Both players pouring out every ounce, every element they've got. Lobs, volleys, defensive high backhand volley there from Djokovic. A squash shot from Djokovic, drop shot from Nadal. Volley winner. Every shot you want. Everything you want. And then Nadal caps it off with a massive vamos.
Wow. That's crazy.
Vamos.
30 all.
30 all.
This is a huge point here.
It's going to be very interesting to see where Djokovic goes for this first serve. Ideally, you want to slide it out with your right-handed serve out to the backhand of the lefty Nadal to pull him off the court to set up a winning shot to the other side. Quality serve at 123 miles an hour. Nadal gets the bracket on the ball just enough, and now the pressure really on Djokovic.
Well, Djokovic felt like he was in control of this set, and it's set point.
Nadal.
It's Nadal's girlfriend. Even she can't believe his good fortune. Down triple break point, which would have allowed Djokovic to serve for the set. He comes back from that, then breaks serve, and now he's up 2-1 in New York.
The singles finals has not disappointed the fans from around the world. The women's final went the distance, 3 sets. Now Djokovic, Nadal in a fourth.
Was that good?
And Djokovic responds with the first shot in the fourth with a forehand winner down the line. His 39th winner of the match.
One of the great wiggle jobs of all time.
Oh, unbelievable.
Meanwhile, we are sitting in the booth here looking at the list of celebrities that are in attendance tonight. We've shown you some, but the list is 75 people.
At least. Politicians,
15:30
athletes, movie stars.
One of the great moments after the Azarenka-Serena Williams match was they took a shot. Bill Clinton applauding Azarenka, and she looked up and saw it on the big board. It was pretty cool. And we've got an early fourth set possibility here, 15:30. Nadal successful with a drop shot out of nowhere.
We've seen a really nice drop shot from time to time from both players. Nadal here again a disguise. It looks like he's going to drive the backhand, He cuts it, and then Djokovic there in a lot of time doesn't handle his delicate drop shot.
That 54 shot rally is all over the internet already. That's for a break point.
Instead of trying to reply with a drop shot down the line, Djokovic gets the really short angle to drop for him.
30-40.
Look at that move, and he slides right into that shot.
The Queen of Spain. Can't believe it.
And it's at this point I just start to wonder if the 4-hour, 9-minute semifinal, even though it was played on Saturday with a day off on Sunday, does it start to creep into his endurance, into his legs, into his reaction time? He trains for this. Both athletes train for these marathon matches. So much of it made Djokovic talked about his gluten-free diet, how much he has really dedicated himself to being a better athlete, a complete athlete from the physical, mental, and nutritional side.
He's totally changed the menu in the Players Lounge. Okay, last set. For all these huge moments, Rafael Nadal seemed to have a special shot. Break point.
Helps. Djokovic is challenging the call on the right near sideline. The ball was cut out.
I mean, this is the first game of the set, and Djokovic is willing to take a chance with one of his 3 challenges here.
It was out.
Both players using challenges early in the sets, burning them.
Out of another jam.
Here's the backhand approach, split step, and then see that low forehand volley? There's so much velocity and topspin on that passing shot. It's very hard to handle, especially around the net.
And once again, they're up in Nadal's box. She's got a much different expression this time.
Love 15.
And now he's missed 2 routine shots.
Nothing good about that.
Now it's really up to Djokovic to do what Nadal did in the third. You're down in the game. You've got to produce. You've got to come up with some big moments, some big swings. These are the difference makers. Nadal takes the opportunity at love 30 to really give himself the green light to unleash the beast with his forehand. He crushed 3 or 4 forehands before getting a short ball to follow one in to the net and force the passing shot error. Here's your triple break point opportunity for Nadal.
Everybody's bundled up for the long, emotional haul. Coming up on 3 hours of tennis here tonight in New York. The bounce.
30-40.
Well, he's doing his best Nadal. It's good.
And Nadal.
In that scenario, you have to guess left or right.
Nadal leads 2 games to love.
Djokovic has been so explosive to that side of the court with his forehand, so Nadal makes a calculated risk, goes out to that side, and guess what? There's the ball, and he rips a forehand down the line for a winner.
And a huge break of serve.
Now you're going to see Djokovic come back with everything he's got. He cannot afford, he's down 2 sets to 1, he's down 2-0. He is running out of games. You notice how collected he was, Djokovic? He can't afford a mental slip. He knows he is falling off the edge. Back right again. I mean, that's just what champions do. They don't lose it emotionally. He's concentrating on this game. Nice serve. Only 83 miles an hour, but it had so much junk on it. Had some top spin. Look, this thing jumps right into Novak's body, almost into his face, and he can't handle it. The old squibber.
So
many different dynamics, so many moves and counter moves throughout this entire championship match.
So much familiarity. As we hit 3 hours, we remember in 10, Nadal won. In 11, Djokovic won. Both matches were 4-setters. Both matches included a tiebreaker. Point to go up 3-love in the fourth. And that's exactly what we've got. Up 2-1. 3 games to love in the fourth. When this match started, Nadal was sharp. And Novak Djokovic was fighting it. Another great point between these two. Then in the second set, he found a way to get to Rafael Nadal's serve. And in the fourth set, he had triple break point to serve for the set, and Nadal wiggled out of it and won the next game. Well, essentially, the match is riding on this serve, right?
Well, for Djokovic, your mindset is real simple. You're just down a break. It looks a lot worse than it really is. You hold here, you make a run at breaking back, and if you do, you're just on serve. So you're running out of games, but the reality is just keep your cool, incorporate your forehand once again. And if he does that, the backhand will be the complementary piece in this whole thing, but it's the forehand that's kind of let him down in big moments. And there's a great example, that transition ball, your ability to finish off points. There's the great Rod Laver, won the traditional Grand Slam, which is all 4 in the same calendar year in '62. He turned pro and couldn't play again until '68, and then won it again in '69.
Out. Djokovic.
So good. Goes right along. If you're Djokovic, okay, here we go. You put everything into this break. All you've learned from all these matchups and everything you've learned up to this point in this match, where's this guy going with his serve and where is he going with his ground strokes? You're looking for patterns, tendencies, strengths, weaknesses. Everything is in the how. How am I winning points? How am I losing points? This is where the mindset has to come in for the break.
See, that return was going straight up the line.
For Nadal, the worst thing you can do is start thinking about the finish line, thinking about the overall score. You've got to concentrate on the now. The time is now. You have 2 sets to 1. You have a break in the 4th set. Concentrate on your weapons and deploying them. Seems like every rally,
it's amazing.
25 shots. Every other rally is just one remarkable shot after another. And here, Djokovic gets a lot of short balls. And this one, he comes in, he's too far off the court. He was hitting that from that single sideline, and that's too much of a window for Nadal to hit that pass.
15-all.
Yes.
Rafa's dad right there, braving the elements, braving the pressure. The worst seat in the house is being in one of these guys' camps, in their box. You want the best for your guy, and there's nothing you can do about it.
For 3 hours plus.
Not to mention the entire tournament. Absolute
Nadal comes
torture.
in the call on the left center service line. The ball is called out. Second serve.
Depth from Nadal. It's a huge difference in his game when he can place that ball within a foot or two of the baseline or the sideline. When the ball gets short, see how deep that is? Now, when that happens, Djokovic has got to give up real estate and back up and handle that heavy topspin ball.
Rafael Nadal. Big lead in the 4th set, up 2 sets to 1. Court, the Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in New York City. Nadal is in pretty good shape in the 4th set. Novak Djokovic has to hold serve.
how he incorporates the forehand inside out. Starts with the serve to open up that side of the court. Then he fouls it in and finishes it with a volley. But notice Djokovic's concentration. Not a lot of talk, all business. He knows this is the game. There's no other game in his Grand Slam year right now because this is it. The final slam of the calendar season. And he's got to be perfect here. Kind of a dangerous. He kind of second-guessed himself. The cross-court backhand was wide open. He knows it, but he gets away with it. See how he comes up here. Now, he respects Nadal's speed so much that he thinks, I'll just go backdoor short. Nadal doesn't bite on it.
That's his 50th unforced error. Careful here.
30 on.
I mean, this is so big time, and this match can be over in a flash. I'm talking about at any time, if he slips in the next few moments, there's a 5-1 lead with Nadal, and he's just going to moonwalk this thing home.
Uh-oh.
30-20.
Everybody here knows what's at stake.
Nadal leads 5-1, fourth set.
I didn't see this coming.
Stick a fork in Djokovic. That's as easy of a passing shot as you can get. Nadal guesses for the down-the-line backhand right here. He just doesn't do anything with that backhand volley. It's kind of a bluff, and he gets away with it. I mean, they brought the Queen here from Spain to watch this. I mean, you can't lose now with the Queen in the crowd.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
He's won 12 Grand Slams.
You know who's feeling it? Roger with his 17th. Pete's next at 14. Pete Sampras. And then it's Raj.
Lopetin.
Boy, with a 5-1 lead, you can do a lot of things with aggression. We talked about the flash attack.
15-all.
Here's that flash forehand volley. Rack it up, sticks it. Look at that footwork. Nice aggression.
3 points away. Wasn't too long ago the crowd was cheering his mistakes.
And now he's become John McEnroe with a 5-point lead.
His girlfriend, his dad.
Right, please.
That huge feeling of anticipation. Double U.S. Open championship point.
Thank you. Please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please show respect to the players. Please remain quiet. Thank you.
Thousands of flash bulbs going off in the crowd. These are sagas.
This is a guy who had to stop because of knee problems after Wimbledon last year. Did not play again until March of this year.
And ladies and gentlemen, in his fourth consecutive final here, let's hear it for 2011 U.S. Open champion Novak Djokovic. And New York, your 2013 U.S. Open champion.